Oh, so the helicopter comes flying in on this island. You're like, what the heck's what's going on this island? This is crazy. And then this girl's like, oh, I bet you this thing's going to be really important for the storyline. I wonder what that means. Oh, and then there's a rocket, and you're supposed to shoot the rocket to get the big laser gun. But the thing doesn't work, of course. Why would it? So then you're like, oh my god, it's the swarm. And then the robot's going to sacrifice himself so that you can open up the thing and get the big laser gun, but they don't want him to because the robot's good, but it doesn't actually matter. And so then they say, oh, the robot made it. What? No way. And so then the big laser gun shoots off into outer space, and everyone's like, yay, we did it. And then that's the end of the game. Congratulations. Just kidding, the robot's broken, but that's okay, because we got a new robot. Yes, sir. This one's name's Jack, not Dave. What's stupid? Obviously. And that robot's important, I guess. This is the bad guy. His name's Foz. He's like the middle school bully guy, and he goes, I'll beat you up. And then this is a genital joke. Good comedy writing here. And then they fight, and it's like pow 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 pow. And then this guy's Marcus Venus' son. He's like pew pew pew. And he's like, oh no siree. And then this is the bad guy. She's like, how dare you launch the big laser gun? I didn't say that you could do that, and that's not okay. But then the bad guys show up, and it's like pow 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 pow. And then you're like, whoa, no way. And then there's this guy, and he's like wrapping people up and stabbing them and stuff. And then he gets run over by a truck. This is Carmine, and if you know anything about Carmine, they all die. But then apparently there's a backstory where like there was a protest, and we shot the protesters in Gears of War 4 or something, and I don't really understand it, and I don't really care. I think I skipped that cutscene. And then there's Carmine, and he's old now, and look, he's got tattoos, and he's sleeveless. And he's going, oh boy, and look, it's they're related to each other. That's a bad sign. And then these things show up, and they're ripping people's heads off, and you're like, what's going on? And you're like, get out, it's the helicopter, no way. Oh, and that thing blew up, of course, because that's a big shocker. And then, guess what? The whole time, the protest, it was actually JD, your character. He was the bad guy. What? But how? I don't believe it. And then he says, forget about it. Let's just move on. It's not a big deal, guys. Come on. But it is a big deal because he killed a bunch of protesters on purpose. And then we got to use the Hammer of Dawn, the big laser gun, to save the people. But the problem is we can't actually aim it. So JD comes up with this great plan. He says, I'm going to be the beacon. I'm going to run out there. I might die, but I'll save all the people. And that will be his like redemption story. So he's like, and here comes a laser. It's like, whoa, what the? And you're killing all the swarm. And you're like, hell yeah, die. And then it's like, wait a second. We can't control this thing. Oh no. And then what's her face is stuck, and he's trying to save her, and then bada bing bada boom, big explosion. And that's the end of Gears of War 5. Oh, just kidding. Fast forward in the future, bad headaches. Oh no, the symbol means something. And now you don't play as JD anymore. He's the bad guy. And so now you're having visions. Oh my god, what's going on here? This is crazy. Something must mean something here. What is that? And then you meet this old guy, and he's got a nice beard. But long story short, you kill him. You take over the brain of the bad guys, and then you kill him on accident. Whoops-a-daisy. What can you do? Probably doesn't have anything to do with that necklace. IDK, who knows? Ha ha ha, what's that? No big deal. Anyway, yeah, he's dead for sure. Don't look at him. He's definitely dead. 100% mega dead. So then you get this thing, and this is the entire rest of the games you spend on this stupid little floaty skiff thing. It's basically like sledding. And then you open this up. Ooh, creepy children's lair. What could that possibly mean? And then you wander around the snow for about, I don't know, an hour and a half. That's all I got for that. Then you go down, you meet this AI guy. His name's Niles, apparently. And he's bad. He's not a good guy. And so then he tries to kill you with the poison gas. You gotta run out of there. You're booking it out of there. Oh no, the poison gas. Run. because he wants to kill you because you found his facility. Then you skiff. And then, evil vision, that guy's back. Is he back? No, it's just an evil vision because you're crazy loco. And then you gotta buy this, or you don't buy it, I don't think. You get this big bomb, you shoot it, and then it blows up the ice because there's a secret facility underneath the ice, which is why they put it in the North Pole where it's real freezing cold. So then you got this crazy explosive thingy, and you shoot it, bada bing, bada boom, big explosion, hole in the ice, and the hole gets bigger, and that's lovely because you got to get down in there to find, what's going on here. And I think the whole point is you're trying to figure out what the symbol is. Why does she have these headaches? What? The whole time it was the AI who tried to kill you, but now he's in robot television form. He can drive around. That's so nice. He says, welcome home. That's a bad sign. Okay? And then, of course, you got young Mira. She had strong maternal feelings, which basically means that she's your grandmother. Okay? She had real kids. Blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. Okay? And then also she created the swarm. So actually this guy, this robot television dude, helped create the swarm. And he's like, woohoo, look at my creation go. Man, they are sure awesome. And they need a new queen, which is what? That's you. Okay, so then they put you into this thing, supposedly to try and stop your brain from getting connected to the locust. But in reality, it's just a fever dream of weird tentacles and weird stuff like that. You see your mother, who you thought was dead. She's not dead. Okay, and then you're like, wait, what does that mean? Mom? Huh? What? Is she okay? It's like she was alive the whole time, you idiot. So then you wake her up on accident by, connecting to the locust brain. And Dell's like, I gotta save this. So he unplugs the big plug. And that doesn't help. And it was all a trick by Niles. So he scurries away on his little robot legs, or little robot wheels. And then you finally catch up to him. And then bada bing, bada boom. Say goodnight, motherfucker. And he gets killed by this big evil monster. And then that's the mother of all the swarm. And then you shoot it in the back a couple times and it dies. And it's pretty anticlimactic because it looked really cool. But that's the way it goes. And you think, man, that must be the end of the swarm. So you go to the desert to hang out because you need, something to do with the big laser gun. And who's that showing up in the helicopter? This can't be good. It's got to be something bad because we're AWOL. Oh, no. It's actually JD. But now he's bald. Sad. He's got tattoos. Sad. And he's got a weird scar on his arm. And Foz, he's a buddy now. What? And then you just keep on skiffing. Keep on skiffing. Keep on skiffing. No matter what you do, just keep on skiffing. Keep on skiffing. Keep on skiffing. Because that's pretty much the entire game. And then you're like, pow, 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 pow. And you're like, pow, ka-pa-cow, ka-pa-cha-cow. And then it's like, oh, shoot, pew, 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 pew. And then it's like, whoa, keep on skiffing, keep on skiffing, keep on skiffing, skiff, 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 keep on skiffing, oh my god, skiff, 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 what's happening? And then it's like, wow, 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 wow. And you're like, man, lightning this crazy. And then it's like, and then you think Foz dies, and nobody's sad because he's kind of annoying, but then it turns out he didn't die, he's hanging on, and then you have to help him and save him, and that's all well and good, but it's just showing the wacky hijinks that the whole crew's getting into, and through these wacky hijinks, it turns out they're actually going to be friends. So you're trying to launch this big rocket, this big nasty tentacle monster comes after you, that's bad news. You shoot it in its hole for a while, and it goes away until its face shows up, and you're like, that's one ugly motherfucker. And then you shoot its tongue for like 10 minutes, and then it finally gets blasted in the face by the rocket. Now you're like, oh man, there's no way that thing's gonna survive that. And you're booking it, you're running, and it's like, and it's all upset. And the rocket takes off, which is good because you're gonna be able to use your giant laser gun finally. But it turns out that nasty tentacle monster, yeah, that thing's not dead. Okay, and then she shows up and she's like, no way, you guys are the bad guys, I'm not letting you do this, shoot your big laser gun. And everyone's like, nuh-uh. And then you're like, da 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 da. And then you get your laser gun and you're like, and you kill them all. Okay, and then the big tentacle monster shows up, knocks out your laser gun, and you're like, oh no, what's gonna happen? And then you hear footsteps and you're like, what's this? What now? And it's another gross tentacle monster, but it turns out, psych, it's your mom. What? No way. And then, after that, she comes up, she's like, you're the bad guy, you were supposed to help us. They come out, they're like, yeet, we're gonna get them. It doesn't work. She's got like 12 tentacle arms. Okay, so she's choking them both out. And what does she make you do? She makes you choose. Obviously, you're going to choose Dell, the one who didn't kill the innocent people, the one who was by your side the whole time. And JD's kind of annoying. I didn't like his new look. So he gets snapped in half like a little twig, thrown into a big hole or something like that. See you later, nerd. Okay, and then everyone's like, how could this possibly happen? I'm so sad. But nobody's really sad because, I mean, come on. Then there's like one scene of tiny little bit of claustrophobia, and you're like, oh no, this must be the end. The building's falling down on us. This has to be it. Oh no, we're all gonna die. Everything's falling apart. JD's dead. But then guess what happens? Hey, but you can't guess. Oh, that's right. Coltrane shows up with a giant robot and saves you. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So anyway, that happens. And then after that, you give the cog tags of JD to Marcus, and he's like, my baby boy. I remember holding him. Now he's dead. And I guess that's pretty sad. And then you're like, and then that thing shows back up, and you're like, that's one ugly motherfucker. Coltrane's in its mouth, and you're like, get out of there. It's not gonna work out. You gotta get out. And then he's like, I'm too strong for this, and he yeets out of there. But then guess what happens? The tongue comes back at him again, rips him in half, and you're like, God, Coltrane, JD, who's next, you know? And then you gotta fight the big bad ugly monster thing with its tentacles. Okay, and it's just flopping around. It's got its big old head. You can't use the hammer of dawn because it don't work no more. So then you shoot it in the tongue for about another 25 minutes. And then you shoot it with this big gun. You think that's definitely going to take care of it. Oh, nope, you just shot its little tooth thing off. Whatever that means. So then Jack, your other robot friend, you know, remember how Dave sacrificed himself? Jack goes inside the guy's mouth. He turns into the beacon just like JD. Hammer of dawn that mofo right in its head, okay? And it all works out. And sure, the robot, Jack, oh, he's dead. 100% dead. 1,000% dead. Definitely dead. But you go fucking nuclear blast, knock out the whole city, everybody's dead, okay? But guess what? You win because you killed the nasty tentacle monster. Now, is the queen still alive? Probably. Is the swarm still alive? Almost definitely. But guess what? Coltrane's back. He's okay. How did he survive getting ripped in half? Couldn't tell you. And you know what? In the end, the only thing that matters is that we're setting up a sequel. Rip that necklace off. Let's go. Oh, I said it too early. Rip that necklace off. Freeze frame. Jump high five. And that's the end of Gears of War 5. There you have it. 6 out of 10. It was alright.